inches over the next 2 days. And we need lots more snow. No doubt of that. I'm really thankful for rest stops. Looks like that one's got about 4 or so feet on the roof. No, we made it over the mountain and to the dock and got some injections. And looks like we're gonna get back over without the storm really hitting hard. We didn't know it was supposed to be 21 inches today right here, 21 more inches. I think there's 4 foot on the ground here. But there'll be snow from here all the way to the house, and I think it's supposed to snow 10 inches at home. So we kind of wanted to beat the storm, and it worked out just right.
Look at that silly chicken.
Looks like they plowed it since we came over this morning. And that's a good thing. So when Carol and I came over this morning, there was a state trooper out writing tickets on big rigs. And they stop you right in the highway and cite you right there if you're not chained up. And what happens is if a truck, when you're in 5% grade, if they have to stop, they can't start again. And a lot of them are experienced and they know they can make it over, but what they don't know is if something in the road makes them stop, they will not start again on it's actually a 5% slope. And if you're 4 inches of packed snow on the road and you're loaded, you're just not going to start again. And so they write tickets when they see guys trying to pull the pass without chains. Just passed another trooper writing a ticket.
Well, that sign's almost under.
The thing I like about Oregon is they just make you carry chains. They very rarely make, if you're under 10,000 pounds, they don't make you put them on. My old hometown, this storm, last couple of days, they got 81 inches of snow on top of a 3-foot base. So 81 inches in 3.5 days. I remember those days. That's what happens in the high country. I miss it. I sure do. I don't miss the hardship. I miss the beauty. Kind of like getting snowed in. Don't have to go anywhere. And Carol doesn't mind being snowed in either, because she's got a wood stove and a cat and a border collie on the floor and lots of books to read. Me, on the other hand, that's when I get the phone calls saying so-and-so's stuck and so-and-so's out of wood and so-and-so's out of food. Go get the snowmobiles ready and the rescue gear going. And I hate to admit it, but I love that too. Have a blessed day. That's why. And we made it through. We were concerned that a big rig was gonna block the highway. They all think they can get through without chaining up. It don't always work that way. Looks like everybody's safe. Okay, we made it home and it snowed about 4 inches or so. Drifting a little deeper here and there. The main part of the storm is just coming. And I wanted to mention something, question for you solar buffs out there. This is a Midnight Classic 200, and I have to have a 200 because the input voltage, the string voltage that I have, there's 12 panels, 6 panels in series, and with edge of cloud effect I could have pushed up higher than if I had a 150 like these. So because of the open circuit voltage on those solar panels, the string voltage was up high enough to require, with the duration value, required a 200. But what has happened twice this year, when it's down in the single digits, maybe even in the low teens one time, where it's cloudy, and then around noon, I'd say between 11 and 1 o'clock, the cloud rolls away and it's full sunlight. Well, full sunlight doesn't trip that 80 amp breaker, but edge of cloud effect does trip this 80 amp breaker. So there's an 80 here, and I have this thing set to limit at 60 amps. So you would think theoretically this would limit quick enough to keep from tripping that breaker. But no, it's not. So that's a 2,000 watt array, and I've witnessed, I think I even have a video of it, 2,400 plus watts. And it's edge of cloud that does it. But that doesn't account why it would trip an 80 amp breaker when that's limited at 60. Nothing else has ever tripped. I've got everything limited at 60, and that one down there limited at 30 amps. So the part that is scary for me is if you drop the battery side of a solar charge controller and leave the solar input side connected, it voids the warranty on the Midnight. Well, so far I haven't heard it. It's happened twice since 2015, but it has happened where the battery side is tripped and the solar input was connected. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Something to look for, or why I might be tripping an 80 amp breaker with a 60 amp limit on the charge controller. So got home and brushed the snow off the solar panels. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and the front is just now coming in. So I thought I'd light off the Jenny for an hour or so. And we're pushing 103 amps. We're at 73%. It was 65%, I think, when I came home. And I've got the charge control, or the inverter charger right now. The charge rate is set at 70%, which is about 50% of the generator's capacity. And that leaves the other 50% to run the house. And then of course the solar, even in this low afternoon light, is 312 watts, 210, 320 watts, and this guy is 100 watts. Seems to be working. So the generator has been running about 25 minutes. So the solar panels have the snow cleaned off about the same length of time, and I've already replaced 33%, and I'm only down by 125 amp hours. And I did that because it's supposed to snow tonight and tomorrow, and I'll be back at the doctor again tomorrow, only this time seeing the surgeon for my shoulder. So this is a year I'm trying to get my body put back together. I think I'll be the $6 million man by the time I'm done. I've had 14 surgeries, and I have the shoulder, tore the rotator cuff in 3 places, bone spurs, arthritis, and I guess some kind of a cyst laying up against a nerve root or something. They'll tell me tomorrow. And then I need 2 or 3 vertebrae in the neck fused. We'll decide that. I see the surgeon in a couple of weeks. And then my left knee needs to be replaced. And I'm hoping when all of that stuff gets done, I won't need the fusion in the thoracic spine, which I've been putting off for a long, long time. So if I can get put back together this year, that might give me 5 more years active duty as a pastor. Of course, pastors don't ever retire, and our missionary side that we do here, there's no retirement from that. But pastoring in a church, I'm hoping I can get 5 more years. We'll see what happens. Only God knows. He's faithful. I'm good with it either way. And he finally found the ball. He lost 2 of them today, but he dug it out of the snow. All right, folks, have a blessed day. Sorry about the noise. Well, it looks like the front got here, and it might snow. And I still have to go out and shut the generator off, and Carol has to go out and feed the mare. Have a blessed night.